Hello, my name's Harriette and I am a women's breathing coach and breathwork practitioner. And today I'll be sharing with you my top tips to getting a good night's sleep. The women that I work with come to me with many challenges, but one of the main challenges that I see is struggling to sleep well. And over my 5 years of working in this field, I have brought together the top tips learnt from other practitioners, but also from the practices that I do. And I'll be sharing with you just an idea of some things that you could use day to day. Sleep is one of the 3 pillars of health. Sleep, diet, and exercise, movement. And I believe that they are grounded with our breath. Without good breathing, we can't get good sleep. Without good breathing, we won't be able to digest the food that we're taking in properly. And without good breathing, we won't be getting the best out of our exercise, out of our movement. But I'm not going to be just sharing with you about breathing today, because there are many other things that can help us get a good night's sleep. We are bombarded with information and products on how to get a good night's sleep, saying that we need 7 to 8 hours sleep, which yes is ideal, but I know that many of us aren't getting that good deep sleep that we're hoping for. And I honestly believe if you are getting 8 hours of poor sleep or 6 hours of good sleep, it's probably better to get the 6 hours of good deep sleep versus the 8 hours of waking up and going back to sleep. So the tips that I'll be sharing with you, I hope will help you get a deeper night's sleep. When we don't get a good night's sleep, it can affect our cognition, it can affect our focus, our mood, our decision making, it affects our immunity, it affects our gut health, our heart health, and so much more. So it really is important to be getting a good night's sleep. But where do we even start? Getting a good night's sleep is much more than just a hot drink before bed and a bath. Where it actually starts is what you do in the day. What you do in the day affects how you sleep, and how you sleep affects what you do in the day. They work hand in hand. We have our own internal clock called our circadian rhythm, and it is influenced by light and dark. So back when we didn't have screens, when we didn't have phones, when it got dark, we'd go to bed. When it got light, we'd get up and get to work. And we have seen a big shift in how we work day to day. And especially if you work a shift pattern, then this might need to be different for you. But what we can do as a first step to getting a good night's sleep is getting outside into daylight in the day as early as we can. That shift in light, us seeing the light, our skin feeling the sun or the light on on our faces, tells our body that it is time to be awake. As it starts to get darker, as it starts to get cooler, our body then knows to drop down, to rest into sleep. If we don't get out early in the day, if we don't get out in the day at all, which might not be possible for you, but I highly recommend that this is the first step to getting a good night's sleep. If we don't do that, then our body doesn't know that we're out, that it's time to be awake. And if we think about our screen use, our phone use, that can mimic that bright light. So if we're using phones and looking at screens later into the evening, that can skew our body as well. So the very first tip that I want to give to you is get outside every day, as early as you can. Even if, and some celebrities do this, even if you're just popping your head out of the window first thing to get the sun on your face or the light on your face, That will do your body a good thing. Or if you can, get a walk in, get a moment outside in the morning, or just a walk in the day. That will do amazing things for your sleep. The next tip is very much linked to the last tip. Limit your screen use at night. Our screens, our phones, our devices are so important to the way we live now. But when it comes to sleep, they are really hindering how we get a good night's sleep. My clients absolutely give me a grimace when I say it's time to take your devices out of the bedroom. But a couple of weeks later, they realise the difference that it makes to their sleep. So if you can, and I highly recommend it, I started doing this 4 years ago. If you can, leave your phone, leave your tablet outside the bedroom. Get yourself an old-fashioned alarm clock rather than using your phone as your alarm clock. If you can leave that outside the bedroom when you get ready for bed, off you go to bed, that will make a huge difference to your sleep. So you're no longer doom scrolling, you're no longer on your phone till 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, whatever it is in the morning. Your bedroom becomes a place for sleep, not for action. The next tip is getting your bedroom nice and dark. The most recent Michael Mosley TV show, since he has passed, had an amazing study on sleep in it. And the woman said in there, the researcher said that the best thing that you can do for your sleep is wear an eye mask. I now have an eye mask, but I would say the best thing you can do is if you can get an eye mask, take the light out from your room, get some blackout blinds, make your room dark and cold or cooler so your body knows it's time to go to sleep. That will make a huge difference to your sleep. The next tips are about racing minds. And this is something that a lot of my clients experience, which is if you have a racing mind, it can be really difficult to go to sleep. Taking the phone out of your bedroom may just help with that. But also, if you go to bed and your brain is going at 1,000 miles an hour, what do I need to do tomorrow? Have I got this ready for this person? Do I need to go do the shopping? Did I forget to do that? 1, you're not alone. But 2, grab a pad, grab a pen and scribble it down. Write all of those thoughts, no matter what they are, onto a pad. Get them out of your brain, onto a piece of paper, and leave that pad by your bed. Head off into sleep. And if you are the type of person that wakes up in the night with 1,000 thoughts again, grab that pad and write it down. Rather than waking up and going for your phone or etc., writing it down, getting it out of your head and popping that by your bedside so you have it to go back to again. The final tip I'd like to share with you is your breathing. The way that you breathe in the day affects how you breathe at night. So if you're breathing hard and fast in the day, you're more likely to breathe hard and fast in the night. If you're breathing hard and fast and up in your chest in the day, then you're likely to be in an action state, potentially in a high stress state. That will go into your night and therefore continue this action state at nighttime. The ideal way to breathe throughout your day is low and slow in and out through the nose. And if you do that in the day and practice it is a practice. If you do that in the day, you will slowly over time be able to do it at nighttime as well. In a moment, I'll be sharing with you a pranayama practice, a breathing practice that I share with everyone. It's something called the extended exhale, and I like to call it the sleep maker. It's something great to do before you go to bed, or if you wake up in the night, rather than counting sheep or sitting there thinking about I need to sleep, try this breathing practice. So we'll do that together in a moment. I'd also like to share with you all of these tips that I've given you. Don't do them all at once. Start off slow, take a tip that's going to work for you and do that for a few weeks before maybe adding in another. To give you an idea of what my sleep routine currently looks like is I will start by putting my phone away. I will always have a herbal tea. It's just something that I like to do. I'll then go to bed after brushing my teeth. Go to bed. I'll journal, write out all those thoughts in my mind, and then I'll do a breathing practice. Then in the morning, because remember, it's all about getting out early as well as going to sleep. In the morning, I will get up, get straight outside into some daylight. All of these things are bits that I have slowly built up. And I would never say that I was a good sleeper. In fact, I used to wave the flag of being a bad sleeper. And that has very much changed since I've created this sleep routine for me. But for you, it might be different. So take what you can out of this video. All right. To finish off, let's do a breathing practice together. This practice is called the extended exhale or the sleep maker. We'll be doing a simple breath in for 3 through the nose and a slow breath out for 5, either through pursed lips or ideally out through the nose, whichever works best for you. So finding a nice comfortable seated position, or if you're in your bed already, lying down. And with me, just connecting to your breath as it is right now, just noticing how you're breathing very quickly. And then we'll slowly move into this practice. So with me, on your next inhale, inhaling for 3, 2, 3. Exhaling for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in for 3, 2, 3. Out for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in and out. Last one, breathing in and out. Letting your breath go back to the way it pleases. Noticing how you're feeling, noticing if your body's feeling a little less tense, maybe a bit more relaxed. And we'll leave it there. It's been beautiful to share these simple tips with you. Let me know how you get on, and hopefully I get to speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.